I'm back. I just wish to thank everybody for liking my videos, subscribing, also buying my books. So these were my two first books I ever wrote. And I don't think I think I still have them on Kindle, but I do not have them in paperback. And they basically became this book, a little bit better pictures. Some things were omitted, some things were added. I should thank everybody for purchasing my books. It's helped me a lot more than you know. So I've not done a video for so long. Where have I been? Let's see. My old studio slash actual just desk was a guest bedroom. It's a small desk that I did all my recording on, and I had a computer right next to it. I did all the editing. But every time I'd have guests over, I'd have to clean up my studio, which means I'd have to throw a whole bunch of stuff together, which I couldn't keep very organized at the time. And then about 2 years ago, a rainstorm, a really bad rainstorm, came through my area, flooded my guest bedroom a little bit. It was like a little stream of water coming through. We had to tear up all the carpet. Then we ended up having to remodel that area, put tiling in, sump pump. Now it's a true guest bedroom. And I had to wait for my oldest daughter to move out, because now she has her own place where she's going to college. Now I have her old bedroom as an actual studio. It used to be really echoing here, and I installed sound proofing a little bit. And a few other things might change. The background might change a little bit because I want to do more in front of the camera stuff as well. Now I have a dedicated desk and room just for like an office, stuff I can teach out of. So it basically was on hold for everything that was happening in the world until my daughter moved out so I could move in, which I'm happy I could do. But, you know, she's growing up and moving on with her life, so I'm happy for her. Let's talk about measuring wrist size. So here I've measured my wrist. Notice the band here is not too tight. My skin is not sinking in on either side. So what feels comfortable measuring is about 7.5 inches. So let's keep distance in mind when we are actually measuring for our actual bracelets and keeping some simple physics in mind. Okay, here we have a standard 400-meter track you'd see in high school or college or the Olympics. The inside track is going to be is exactly 400 meters. Then where we see blue is another 400, then the orange, and then the pink. Now you notice we have staggered starting lines. The reason why we have it staggered, let's think about this as a term of speed equals distance divided by time. So say the inside runner ran this in 45 seconds. In order to run that same distance in 45 seconds, we'd have to move out just this little bit of distance in order for that same runner to make that same pace of 45 seconds. The same thing would be the orange and then the pink. So keeping that in mind is that the inside track, if we relate this to our actual bracelets, this would be where our wrist is, okay? So our wrist is going to be the inside track. For me, I'd measure it at 7.5 inches. You might be 8 inches. You could be 6.5, 6.75. Doesn't matter. Same laws of physics apply. Two objects cannot occupy the same space, especially if they're the same distance. So, the reason why I add distance to all my bracelets, you have to think of it as this distance or makeup distance right here, because my inside distance is right here, which is my wrist. I can't actually put a bracelet on that is the same distance without squeezing my wrist at all. It'd hurt, to be uncomfortable. So anytime you see a pants company So you have size 32 waist, that you go and order size 32. Well, did they make it literally 32 inches long, or did they accommodate for your actual waist? That's something you have to inquire before you purchase. Because I guarantee you, if you have a 32-inch waist and you buy 32-inch pants, according to some manufacturers, if they just make it 32 inches, it's going to be a very tight fit. However, if they accommodate for it, then it's going to be fine. We can do the same thing with bracelets. So again, the yellow is going to be my 7.5 inches. And the way I do it, when I make my tutorials, I accommodate for that distance for comfort. And you'll see it all the time. I'll say add such and such distance for comfort depending on the design. The thicker the design means the further it goes out, the more distance I have to add for my bracelet. Okay, next I'm going to show you making my bracelets, and after that I'll be showing you how to try each one on according to distance and see what it looks like for comfort. Now that I made the 3 bracelets, let's try the one that's actually 7.5 inches. Remember, my wrist is 7.5. This is 7.5. Let's try it on. It's going to be a really tight fit. Don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it on. So just as in the track picture, I can't even squeeze this on. It's between right here and right here, where it actually clasp and join up. This is actually 7.5 inches. So it's no different than buying pants. It's 32 inches, put them on, and they don't fit because it's actually 32. So I can't even get this on right here. It's too small. Okay, next we have our 8.5 inch bracelet. Let's see if it'll fit. Added 1 inch. I've added 1 inch. Does it slide around? Add that extra distance for comfort. Can move around. Could add just a little bit more if I wanted to. Now, here we have our 9.5 inch bracelet. Sometimes adding too much is too much. Some people like their bracelets sliding around. I do not. I like mine to be stationary. You see even more. This would be one of the outside lanes for track. Plenty of room for comfort. But the one I would prefer when I make mine is this one right here. There we go. If you have any questions, want to leave a comment, leave them down below.